Hey, how often do you feel angry with someone? I'm not the type of person who gets riled up often, but there are some things that make me want to crawl up the wall. And I'm not even talking about loud chewing, or someone blowing their nose really loud non-stop for 5 minutes during your English exam. I'm talking about the deeper feeling of not tolerating someone. For me, it always has been and always will be people who put their own needs and fun above everyone else. But if sometimes you like to tickle your nerves, one of the biggest clusters of those people could be found right now watching a Minecraft movie. And the worst trend of the year award goes to whatever this is. I feel genuinely sorry for the man sitting in the front row. He's probably sitting here with his child or grandchild and waiting to spend some time together. And then a bunch of, I don't know what to call them, yelled and threw popcorn on his head. I get why older people say that our generation is doomed, cause I don't know what went wrong. Is it social media, poor parenting, or they're just purely stupid? I think there is no incorrect answer. And I guess people just love being jerks. You can find a lot of videos with the same trends with zero consequences. You know why I would never share the fact that I play Minecraft? Because people will think I'm one of them. But honestly, I don't even think those people play Minecraft. Look at them, they look like grown-up adults, 30 plus years. Is your life so boring that you need to go to kids movie and destroy a cinema hall? Looks like a midlife crisis for me. Try finding yourself a hobby or something. Like, what the hell they're even thinking about? Honestly, if I was a cinema theater worker, I would leave the day a Minecraft movie came out. I'd better starve without a job than cleaning up after those dorks. The sad part here is that theaters are profiting from this so much. Tickets sold out. Overpriced popcorn is more popular than ever. And you don't need to pay more than a minimum wage to a teenager who works there to clean up the mess. Unless something like this happens. Bro destroyed the projector. Why do I feel oddly satisfied that a person who destroyed projector will have to pay a large sum of money for it? Don't tell me they don't deserve it. The only thing I could wish for is for every person with main character syndrome to learn this lesson. But wait until that moment they'll frustrate every person on earth.
Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey!
If I was a worker there while adding some pepper to the burger, I'll add a little bit to their ice. I'm not a mean person, I swear. They just bring up the worst in me. The only way I can feel better is seeing how you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Supporting small creators is good for the balance of the world. And you see, social media is great for spreading news or trends. But no, unfortunately, every great creation could be used differently. And even some shocking news may have different interpretations. A tragedy for someone is an opportunity for someone else to take one-in-a-lifetime selfie. You know, I'm not a believer myself, but I find it really odd that people want to make a selfie with a corpse. Like how someone came up with that idea and thought it is a fun thing to do. Yeah, he's a pope. A very famous person. A celebrity must say. But it's sort of his funeral. Wouldn't it be weird if someone took a selfie with uni caskets? I mean, you don't care anymore, but someone cares, especially religious people. Those people don't even understand what they're doing. And again, how something so bizarre could become a trend? Just listen to this. A trend to take a photo with a gone person.
I was gonna wash my hands, but I was gonna wash my hands, but there was just like.
You're not wrong.
What's in there?
Looks like minnows.
There's fish on there?
Looks like straight up minnows.
I hate to feel like Karen, but I just feel like my hair is starting to shorten and those white streaks start to appear on my head. With all my love for TikTok and wonderful creators out there, the amount of shock I get while scrolling FYP will always beat everything good out there. After the Pope selfie, I clearly understood that people on social media are not bound by moral principles. And I guess animal abuse is everyday routine for them. I know fish are small and their brains are even smaller, but they're still alive and still smarter than you. I couldn't resist saying it.
Now what are we gonna do with them? I don't wanna kill them.
Why are there fish in there?
Yeah.
I mean, they could be drowning though. That's why I'm just worried.
Never seen anything like this. I think Agent
drowned?
5.5 might have been up to this.
Oh, so now you're worried that something bad might happen to the fish. But guess what? It's not your problem. All you have to do is post that stupid video on TikTok and forget that you sent those fish to death. As I see, they also put a urinal deodorizer block in the sink. Just in case those fish had a small chance to survive, they put it in there. This is awful. How do you even post it online? And again, I don't think that this creator got any regrets after filming that. I understand understand that the law can't do anything about people like that. It would be stupid to call a policeman person who threw popcorn on you or disturb you. That's why I thought we all have common sense. But some people replace it with free will excuse. Everyone realizing they have free will. And you wasted your free will to bring a mirror to the church. You know that free will also gives you this ability to explore the world, try different hobbies, or just enjoy your life. Free will isn't equal to terrorizing someone or acting like an idiot. I'm not talking about this guy specifically. I don't feel like he even did something awful. No, just something extremely unnecessary. I just hate the free will excuse. When you make a whole world about you or your content, you don't look like a person who does something spectacular. You know, like someone who doesn't need to fit in order to be happy. I actually respect people like that. But he just brought a mirror to the church, just to take a photo that you could do with your front camera. And I'm not here to say that our society is broken. I get that people don't want to have a peek of the artwork. I guess you can get it online. You have to have your face in it so you can show everyone on Instagram that you have been there. Fun fact, he actually was trying to act smart, because there is actually a mirror in the church that is specifically placed there so people could take a selfie in it. And here in the video you can say a line to that mirror. So I don't even know what is weirder. A guy who brings his own mirror just to show that he's smarter than you, or people who pay to take a selfie in the mirror apparently with a phone in their hand as well. I thought brain rot would affect only Gen Alpha, but look at all those people. I was actually experimenting with my sense of necessity to take photos somewhere. Of course we all want to show our friends and families where we were and how exciting it was. But standing in the line to take a selfie kind of kills off the purpose of the photo. I just don't want to end up like someone like this. Some people have no personal space awareness. I'm trying to take a picture and this guy thinks it's okay to get right next to me and take 20 individual photos of people inching closer and closer each time. I was standing here before he even started. Actually, appalled at the amount of interactions I've had today. Are they seriously trying to take a photo at the famous photo spot? Girl, you should have just physically removed them from here. Because it seems like you don't know how to talk. I need to know what's happening in the heads of creators like that. You could talk and ask to wait for a minute. You were first in the line and it is a normal request. What is the need for that aggression? But honestly, I don't think that verbalizing something is always a great idea either.
Excuse me? Can I sit where you're sitting?
Why?
So I'm an influencer and the lighting where you're sitting right now is really good and I just have to film a video. I just got back from Coachella and I have to like film a brand deal thing and I just really like the background of this and everything, so do you mind just moving to a different table?
I have only one question. Why would I care? No, seriously, if you're an influencer and have been to Coachella, it doesn't change a thing. She chose the worst way of verbalizing her needs. Instead of saying, can I sit at your table when you finish? She tries to prove that she deserves that place more.
I mean, there's like so many other tables though that you could like choose from.
Yeah, I know, but like this is the best lighting out of all the tables, so I was hoping that maybe you could move to one of those tables and I could sit at this table.
I'm filming something too.
Well, I doubt you have more followers than me, and my followers really need, like, to see this video, so...
Okay. How many followers do you have?
I don't know why that's any of your business.
Has she ever communicated with people? It just seems like it's her first time. At first I wanted to say that she wasn't wrong for asking, just for insisting. But after all that talk about followers, I'm rethinking my stance. I'm so glad she didn't move. I tend to get shaken when a person like this comes to me because I'm naturally a very soft person. But I promise, the next time a main character comes to me and says something as ridiculous, I'll be a rock. I'll probably just ignore them, but like a rock. I don't think I have any advice left for people with the main character syndrome. Just don't go to public places and don't communicate with people. And if one is ready to start a scandal for a video, others will break a law for it. Trespassing into Ukraine is one thing. Risking your life for a TikTok video is a crazy idea. You know, there is a solo climber, Honnold. He is also known for climbing without ropes or any protective gear. And he loves the feeling of adrenaline. You know why? His brain works differently and he simply doesn't feel fear. And at some point of view, it's cool, not being scared of anything. But on the other hand, it's a life-saving instinct that made us into humans, made us want to fight for our lives. And if his part of brain that triggers fear isn't active, mine works twice as hard when I think about meeting a main character. This is so creepy. A man comes to you and basically harasses you with a piece of paper. I would be scared to go home that day. Men always get offended because women choose a bear instead of a man. But you should stop being weirdos. And it's just a prank, won't work this time. I'm pretty sure that doing this is illegal, especially now that he posted the evidence of doing it. I had multiple videos about main character syndrome. And at first it was just funny how people embarrass themselves in public. Then it was annoying because let us live without being your content targets. And now straight up people trying to go to jail. Sometimes watching a horror movie about some medic, I catch myself thinking, oh my god, something like this has probably happened. And then I open TikTok and realize that even maniacs are not as creative as influencers. Like, would you get an idea to dance at the judge's table? I don't know if any of those actions are illegal, I'm not studying law. But that's definitely not fitting into any social norms. I may have never been to the court, but I know that dancing there at the table is considered to be extremely disrespectful. Or maybe you would get an idea to ride a horse in the supermarket? I get what people mean when they say we are living in simulation. Because I refuse to believe that someone did this for real. And again, I see a guy whipping his scared horse. Is it trendy to abuse animals and service workers? The internet is still a pretty new technology, and I guess we're still adjusting to it. And I hope in 20 years everyone looking at this will understand how unbelievable the influencers were sometimes. For everyone who's still watching, I love you. And you're about to see one of the most ridiculous main characters I could find. We were talking a lot about photos today. I guess it's a very important part of online life. And honestly, I'm surprised that no one was fighting for a selfie with the Pope. A mountain was there for a million years and will stay so. An old painting won't run away either. But Pope is something different. I guess we all should feel relieved that this woman wasn't there.
They kicked me out the front of the room because I kissed my baby daddy. What makes you think I'm not going to kiss my baby daddy before he died? What makes you think I'm not going to kiss my baby daddy? I mean, not before he died, but what makes you think I'm not going to kiss my baby daddy before he go lay down in the grave? Or whatever going to happen to him? What makes you think I ain't going to kiss that so he can remember? Babe, everybody better be happy I ain't pull his pants down and start sucking on.
Told you. I had different stages of acceptance of what this woman said. Firstly, I was like, no, I definitely overheard it. Like, maybe she says I can't kiss my baby daddy's tick? Listen, I don't know them, maybe they just have weird pets. But then she says it over and over again. And then my jaw finally dropped when she said, you should be happy that I didn't start sucking on it. How does she think funerals work? Like a science project? I think after this video we all need a good old time off the internet. Maybe even just sit there in silence for a bit. I just feel really bad that social media normalizes this behavior. That you can disturb people, be disrespectful, and what's even more, share this example. It's as if the more hurtful something is, the more attention it gets. And that's dangerous. Maybe it's time to take a step back and realize what we're supporting consciously or unconsciously. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!